All right, we'll get into the first bit of news here, which is there are some new experiences coming to Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios this holiday season.
Yeah, so over at Animal Kingdom, you can meet Santa Claus at the 75th annual Dino Institute holiday party on the patio at Restaurantosaurus. And this is directly from Disney Parks blog. It says, as the guest of honor himself, Santa's checked his list twice and invited everyone to join him in his festive new location as the students and faculty of the Dino Institute celebrate the season in prehistoric fashion from November 12th through December 24th. So that's brand new this year, and I'm probably guessing it's going to be the only year they do this.
Well, considering Dinoland's about to be no more, I would assume so. It seems odd to do that like randomly this year. I mean, I'm not against doing stuff like this, but it just seems odd to do it here, given that it's like obviously going to be like a one and done.
Well, I think it's probably to keep people coming into the restaurant because with, we'll talk about this in future stories here on the episode, but with part of Dinoland being under construction, people are just going to go to Dinosaur and like back and like there's really not going to stay there. So I think putting him in the restaurant will bring people, to eat there maybe.
Well, I think if anything, it may be a way to boost up Animal Kingdom people going over there because if you look at attendance wise from the attendance reports, like Animal Kingdom has taken a pretty big hit the last few years, and I just imagine that's them trying to get some foot traffic over to Animal Kingdom during the holidays. Well, and like another, in the next story we're going to talk about, which goes into this, like returning this year, you have Merry Menagerie, Mickey and Minnie in their festive dress, and seasonal Tree of Life Awakening. So I do feel like they're trying to do a little bit more stuff at Christmas. I do think around Christmas time, Animal Kingdom is the park that probably gets the least amount of attention, considering you got Magic Kingdom all dressed up. Obviously, there's stuff going on in EPCOT, and then Hollywood Studios has, Sunset Boulevard and all that stuff like that. So Animal Kingdom typically is the one that gets left out. So it makes some sense to put more stuff over here.
Well, last year, Santa was on a flotilla, so we didn't get to meet him.
That's true.
So they're just going to move him.
He was just on a boat as he went by.
That's right.
Like, Santa.
That's right.
Never heard what you wanted for Christmas.
Over in Hollywood Studios, we have a couple of entertainment acts that are new this year, which I'm curious about. So the first one is, and this is again quoted from Disney Parks blog, it says, "Marvel at the skills of juggling elves. These holiday helpers deliver festive cheer with a side of shenanigans as they show off their skills of juggling, comedy, and more." And then we can catch the jaunty, jolly tunes of the Holiday Spirit Band. This dynamic brass group will make everyone in your party want to join in the fun and stroll into Santa's good graces. And then finally, we have Pick Up Your Feet and March Along with Seasons Jukebox as they bring all the performance and pep of a collegiate marching band. Hard-hitting horns, rocking drums, dazzling dancers will bring to life everyone's favorite holiday classics and more.
Okay.
So we don't know where these will be. This it feels more like maybe Sunset Boulevard, maybe Hollywood Boulevard, maybe Echo Lake.
Yeah, it's hard to know exactly
area.
where. I mean, I would assume that I don't think they would go too deep into the park because I don't think you're going to put this in like Toy Story or Galaxy's Edge there. But I mean, this definitely fits in with everything that I had been hearing about what Disney's plan was going into 2025, and I'm guessing they're starting a little early, which is parades and shows that they're doing, which I don't think is a bad thing. Because I think a lot of people, we've talked about a lot of times, like especially Hollywood Studios, missing the streetmosphere. I think it's a major element of that park that is just gone. So stuff like this, I mean, again, it's not a huge thing, but I do think it adds a festive environment to the Christmas time. So I think it's I don't know how much a juggling elf adds Christmas spirit, but maybe it will. I don't know. I can't juggle, so I'm not going to judge it. But
I think it's just like a small thing. It's just it's like a small aspect that kind of makes the park feel more alive. That's my
for sure
personal thing.
I
like,
agree.
and maybe not like, I don't know. People are gonna be like, I'm gonna go to Hollywood Studios just specifically to see the juggling elves. Like, I don't know if that's the extent of the popularity or the like what they're trying to do. I think it's very much just like, oh, it's a crowd pleaser and it's entertaining and it's great.
Agreed. I think it adds a really good element to it. So I just hope that they do more stuff like this in the parks all the time, especially because I do think that's a major aspect of something that we've talked about numerous times about some of the things that have lacked in the parks. And I do think that's one of the things where it's just lacking, because it's you can understand how they could easily cut it, because if they're looking at it from strictly like a spreadsheet management perspective, they would just go, well, okay, we're paying these people however much money, let's say it's $5,000, whatever it is, it's a round number. That's not making us more money directly, so just cut it. And then you can see why they start doing these things. But again, some of these small things like this are what add to the charm of the park and what really makes something, in my opinion, a theme park. So I'm happy to see it. Obviously, I have to wait and see what it's all like, where it's going to be and things like that. But I am glad to hear that more stuff like this is, coming to the parks. I think it's needed.
Yeah, and returning this year, we've got the holiday overlay for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along. Another fabulous place to find Santa, greeting guests at its A Wonderful Shop. And Sunset Seasons Greetings is coming back, which I love. The projections on Tower of Terror is basically what that is.
Yeah, it's an okay show. It's fine.
Snope on Sunset.
Now, I do like the Snope. I think the Snope is good. And I all this stuff has been there before. I enjoy that a lot. Now, once you've seen that once, I don't know, unless I have some new ones this year. They
didn't say if it was new or not. Probably, I don't think so.
It hasn't been the last few years. But, I mean, it's a cool thing to set. I mean, maybe 10 minutes, and then you kind of like, okay, keep going. But it's a cool thing that the projections on there and, things like that. So
yeah, I'm happy about all this. So.
Well, Jamie's happy.
Bring it on, holidays.
Are you trying to fight Christmas?
No, I'm just encouraging it to be cool.
Very aggressive. Well, and then keeping with the Christmas spirit, they did announce the lineup of celebrity narrators for the Candlelight Processional over at EPCOT, which is always a fan favorite. People look forward to hearing about that. So who are now, I don't think Kurt Russell's on here, but who are the narrators that are coming?
Well, Gary Sinise is. He's on the list.
Lieutenant Dan's a good one.
Yes. So we've only got, 3 new people this year, and the rest are returning. So Josh Gad, Nico Santos, he's new. He was in Superstore. Do you remember Superstore, that show?
I don't.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, because I know you've seen it. Chrissy Metz, Whoopi Goldberg, Titus Burgess, Brendan Fraser, Ralph Macchio, Gary Sinise, Neil Patrick Harris, Pat Sajak, Gloria Estefan, Edward James Olmos, Sterling K. Brown, and Jodie Benson. So a lot of popular choices this year.
Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser is an interesting one.
He was last year.
I don't know why, but the name Edward James Olmos was always something I always thought was a funny name. But yeah, there's some. It wasn't Sterling K. Brown. Was he in that show that always made you cry?
Yeah. This Is Us.
Is that the one?
Yep.
Okay.
So was Chrissy Metz up there. She was in there too.
Who was she?
She was Kate.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know a lot of these people. Some of them
That's
I know.
okay.
I don't keep up on the happenings, apparently. But
Ralph Macchio, he's almost 63. He looks amazing. He looks like he's 35.
He has a baby
I
face.
Swear. But we'll be there during Brendan Fraser and Ralph Macchio, so maybe we'll stop by.
It would have been better if they could have
We always say that every year.
I mean,
every year we say that.
We can at least walk by it and say, hey, they're there. I think it would have been a really good idea, though, to do Ralph Macchio and Joey Lawrence, personally speaking.
It's Joseph now.
It's
Joseph now.
Joseph Lawrence?
Yes, it's Joseph Lawrence.
Does it in the show? That's how he goes by?
No, I mean he goes by it professionally.
I thought Joe. Who he played in Karate Kid? Then who's the bad guy?
Billy Zabka.
No, Billy Zabka is his name.
Yeah.
Johnny Lawrence is the character in the show.
Oh, John. You said Joey.
Oh, I meant Johnny.
Johnny.
Sorry,
yeah, Johnny.
I can't keep Johnny's and Joey's straight.
I was like, who are you talking about, Joe?
Johnny Lawrence. Billy Zabka. Yeah, that's
Got it.
Billy Zabka. That's a cool name.
That's his name.
Since they've come out with the Karate Kid show, I kind of like Johnny Lawrence quite a bit.
Okay.
I think they're both good, but I haven't seen the last couple seasons. But
they are doing dining packages with this, and we don't know prices or anything, but there will be 15 different places you can choose from to book your dining package with, and those go on sale October 29th.
Pretty soon. Okay.
Pretty soon. So get your reservations in as soon as that opens.
I mean, you got to get there early if you want to see Whoopi. She's imagining going to sell out.
That's true. Besides that, they also mentioned that Joyful, a celebration of the season, will be performing 4 times a day at the Communicore Plaza stage. So the Encanto show is going on, and Joyful is gonna take over that. And then holiday storytellers are returning, which they have every year. Let's see, they weren't there in 2020. I don't know if they were in there in 2021, but they're a crowd favorite.
I mean, they are a nice touch to have back there. They're kind of hard to catch sometimes, but when they're there.
Oh, the guy, the one for Norway. What's his name? Shoot, we tried to see him like 3 times, and we always missed him.
Papa Sergio?
No. Sergio in Norway?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it is. Anyway, but anyway, those are really cool, so I'm excited for those. So that's what's coming back.
Yes, well, that's all the Christmas happenings, at least so far. I'm sure there will be some more things that they'll announce.
That we know of.
That we do know of.